Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today, we are going to make something that everybody uses. I think everybody uses. We're going to make a pillowcase. I know, it's simple and basic, but we can make them fabulous. And you deserve fabulous. We're going to use two different types of fabric. One's going to be the back, one's going to be the front. This lovely burgundy. And another print. Or maybe this one. Or maybe this one. Or maybe this one. Maybe this one? Or this one. Oh, that one too. Ooh, that one too. Or this one. Maybe Ninja Turtles? Ooh, dinosaurs. Star Wars. Doctor Who. Nah, I'm gonna go with this one. This one suits me. And I wanted a Halloween pillowcase forever. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out our fabric and we're going to iron it. Why? Because you deserve it. That's why. Doesn't have to be perfect, just better than it was. Once you get that nonsense out of the way, you're going to take a regular pillowcase, which you already have, and you're going to get the measurements off it. Take your measurements, and you're going to add a few inches. That was 30. I'm going to do the length at 33. The width of this one is 19 and a half. I'm going to make the width 21. See, this fabric, I only bought this much, so the width of it is only 19 inches. So I decided I'm going to make a pillowcase out of it anyway. Why? Because I want to. That's why. So I'm going to leave that at 19 inches and I'm going to measure out 33. Take your chalk, make a mark. Wish you had adjusted the camera, but we didn't adjust the camera, so we're just going to continue as we are. Move it down, 33, make a mark. I'm not going to bother with like bringing out a straight edge or anything, because it's a pillowcase, not a prom dress. We're going to keep it simple, folks. If it's a little off, it's not the end of the world. Have a rough idea where the lines are and play connect the dots, kind of. And snippy snippy. And get rid of the extra. Now for the burgundy fabric, we are going to do the exact same thing once we get it to lay down. Lay down. It's hanging off the edge of the table, so just grab something to weight the side down so it doesn't pull off when you're doing your measurement and you're cutting there. Eventually, you'll get it. I believe in you. Wish once again you had adjusted the camera, but again we didn't, so whatever. Hey, we did! Measure down 19, 19, 19. Now the edge of this is not cut straight, and if you see, that screws me over because that line is no longer straight. So we're just going to guesstimate on that because once again, it's a pillowcase, not a prom dress. Make sure I measured everything right. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Or something like that. And I'm just going to draw a little line there for a rough idea of a little bit straighter. And cut it out. And your camera's going to die right about now. Now I decided I wanted to be fancy, so I'm going to add a ribbon to mine. You don't have to use, you can just skip this fucking step. But anyway, I cut out both those sides and trimmed out the bottom one. Then I wanted to add a ribbon. So I looked at my ribbon and I have this green ribbon, but it's a wired ribbon. So all I did was just grab the end of that wire and I just hauled the wire right out of the ribbon. And I did that to both sides because I didn't want that sticking in my eyeball in the middle of the night. Then I measured myself out a length of it and gave it a snippy snip, and I did that for 2 pieces. So I got one for the red and one for the Halloween side. and I measured up 25 inches from the bottom. And I put the edge of the ribbon there, 25 inches. Why? Because it kind of looked good. And then I pinned it down, and then I did that with the other piece. So now I have two pieces with two stripes of green ribbon. Two stripes of green ribbon. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm going to put it under my sewing machine with a matching thread, and I'm going to sew on either side of the ribbon to keep it in place. It might not be a prom dress, but my pillowcases deserve to look pretty. There we go. Now I'm going to run this edge through the machine. I can either do it with a zigzag stitch, or I can do it with a overlock stitch, which comes with my machine with the overlock foot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the end through the serger. And this is the end of the pillowcase that's going to be open. So I just brought it over here because my serger's set up. I'm just going to run it through. You're not going to see what it is, so I didn't bother to change my thread color. There we go. We're back. Now you're going to take your two pieces and you're going to pin them right sides together. Now I wasn't paying attention, and as you could tell from my accurate measuring, my measurement was off. So the printed pattern has one end that's 19 inches wide and the other end that's 20 inches wide. But we're just gonna half-ass it because at this point I don't really care. It's a pillowcase. So I'm gonna line up my stripes because that's the only thing you're really gonna notice. Pin everything down in place. Ta-da! Now drag over your sewing machine. I went with a burgundy thread to match the darkest color. Now you're gonna sew the three sides of your sewing machine. Now you're gonna sew your three sides of your pillowcase together, leaving of course your ribbon end open. Once you get those three sides sewn together, you can go over them with an overlock stitch, a zigzag stitch, or you can put those three sides through your serger once again, which is what I did, because it's still sitting there plugged in, which I need to unplug before I go to bed. Thank you for reminding me. Now, the next thing is what we're going to do. We're going to bust out that iron again because we're this far and we might as well. After this, we just got one more seam to go and we are finished. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's a pillowcase, not a prom dress. But we still deserve a little fancy. Now I'm just turning in the unfinished end. No, I'm not measuring it. I'm simply turning it in and ironing it down so I can sew a line. I think I folded in like an inch or an inch and a half or something like that. Not much. Just enough to give me a nice, pretty little edge, because that's what I deserve. That's what you deserve too. And then you slip it on your pillow. A little snug, but that's alright. Seems to fit perfectly for me. And there you go. Oh my god, isn't it the most adorable thing you've ever seen? So it's business in the front and party in the back. So when the people come over and they look in your room and you look like a full-grown adult. And when they're gone, you flip it over and it's all Halloween fun party times and oh my god, it's so awesome, I'm making a pair of them. And you can do this with anything. Can you imagine give someone a pair of pillowcases, like a set of pillowcases in whatever they want? Like their favorite show or their favorite movie, and oh my god, isn't it just, I love it! I've always wanted Halloween pillowcases, but you can never find any, so I just decided to make my own on that one. It's so good, it's so good, it's so good. Anyway, that's all for today. I thank you ever so much for following me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.